Brandon, did you get any sort of explanation on that illegal shift?
I did not. I was trying to get the referee's attention, and I was not given a response.
Coach, what is your level of frustration considering the fact the game was so close on the scoreboard and you had as many errors as you did?
Yeah, Jim, this game was about the Chargers. All the other stuff, I don't really want to talk about. This game was about us. In all three phases of the game, we lost this game as a team. We didn't play a clean enough game to win. Our guys competed. We played together, but we did not play clean enough football to beat that team. That team's a good team, but we didn't play clean enough to finish it.
Brandon, have you seen a replay of the illegal shift?
I have not.
Run defense had put him in trouble. What did you see happening?
We were just a little bit off in the first level, which caused our second level to be a little bit off. There were a couple of slants that we went the wrong way, which forced a big opening in the middle. But overall, we have to play better at the first and second level. We have to play more physical at the point of attack, so the ball doesn't get to the second level as often as it did. And then when the ball does get to the second level, we have to be where we need to be, and we need to tackle. We need to tackle physically. We missed a crack replace later in the game when we really were playing the running at a high level, and then we missed a crack replace into the boundary. So it's a good running football team. They've got two really good running backs. We knew that was going to be a big part of their plan coming in, and we need to do a much better job next week.
Execution?
Yeah, it was execution. We were in a lot of good run defenses from a personnel standpoint and a structure standpoint, but we were just a little bit off with our front mechanics, a little bit off with our run fits, and we gave up far too many today.
How much did you guys miss Justin Jones in that area today?
I mean, anytime you have a player like Justin, you miss him. Him and Chris Harris. You miss all the guys that are starters for your football team, but the guys who were in there were definitely capable of playing well. That's certainly not the reason why we didn't play well today, and we got to do much job better moving forward.
Going back to the frustration that Jim mentioned, how did you feel when you saw those taunting penalties from your veteran guys, and obviously some of the picks from Justin today, mental errors, when you put that in totality, explain that frustration from that perspective?
Yeah, I mean, guys, there were 20 penalties in the game, 20 between both teams. So it felt like a preseason game, to be quite honest with you. And so that was just the way the game was being officiated today. And, like I said, we got to play within the parameters of how the game's being called. And we need to make sure that we keep our composure. And then if we play a clean enough game, none of that will matter. And I feel like that's where you make it about you and you don't make it about anybody else, which is what we're going to do. We're going to make this about the Chargers, offense, defense, kicking game. And I think we'll grow from this because with all that said, we're in the fourth quarter at the very end against a very good team with a chance to win. And so I felt like last week we won the game as a team, and today I thought we lost the game as a team. I felt like Justin Herbert was outstanding in the game. I felt like he gave us a real chance. I felt like he made some, premium throws, some premium plays in that game, extended plays, ripping it down the field. And I feel like some of those penalties don't happen. I mean, this is going to be a monster day. The two interceptions, one, the first call I loved. Keeney kind of got undercut on the spear. We got to flatten out there. And then in the red zone, he fell down, on the bang play. So he was playing within rhythm and timing. So those things happen sometimes. But I thought he was fantastic in the game. I thought he was the best player on the field. And I feel like, he gives us a chance every time we go out there.
I thought the last 2 weeks you guys have struggled in the red zone. What can you guys do better to make sure that you guys don't have to settle for field goals or turnovers in the red zone?
Yeah, I think there were some unique circumstances down there with some penalties, and I think that got us off schedule a little bit. So that doesn't help matters. But I feel like running the ball better gives you a much better chance of being successful in the red area. So just taking a look at our red area plan, and then I felt like we had a lot of good passes up in the plan. And like I said, you don't finish a drive there in the end, which is a touchdown. It gets taken off the board. You have a guy slip and fall. I felt like the red area plan I really like. We practice it a lot, but I think moving forward, if we can run the ball better, we'll put ourselves in more favorable down and distances down there.
Yeah, this being your first home game at SoFi in front of fans, there's a lot of Cowboy fans. Were you disappointed when you started with the Charger fans? What was your reaction for the crowd?
I thought it was a great venue. I felt like there was great energy in that crowd. My focus was on the powder blue. I felt like our crowd came out, and I think they're going to continue to come out because we have a good team. And so I think people in Los Angeles are going to see that we have a good team. I was proud of our crowd. That team travels well traditionally, but I didn't hear them very much. I heard our fans, and I was proud of I was proud of the energy in that stadium for us. I felt like we appreciated it. I felt like it allowed us to play better, and hopefully it'll be a big edge for us moving forward, having a home crowd like that.
How concerned are you with your scoring offense?
I mean, of course, we'd like to score touchdowns when we're down in there because we're moving the ball at a really high level in the run game and in the pass game. And I feel like today was about penalties for me. And I feel like if the penalties, if those are minimized, then you're probably going to have a 500-yard day at the office, which is really hard to achieve in the National Football League, and you're probably going to double your scoring total. So we need to play a cleaner game technically, and I know that we will. We're going to put a lot of emphasis on it, as we always do. We'll take a look at how this is being officiated and make sure that we respond accordingly. But most penalties happen because of technique, and that's where we need to focus on the Chargers moving forward. I felt like he competed in the game. I felt like, there were some times out there where he's going against, Micah Parsons, who's a good player. And he had some that I felt like he can learn from for sure, but I felt like he gave us a chance in the game. I felt like Justin was clean enough to operate, and they had some pressure packages up with some new people in different spots today that I felt like we settled down and handled as we went forward. And I'm proud of the way he competed. He definitely gave us a chance today, and excited about him continue to improve moving forward.
How would you assess Derwin in this slot today? Obviously, Chris Harris didn't play, but Derwin was more in his spot.
Yeah, Derwin gives us a real chance. It's similar to Justin. He gives us a real chance with his versatility, his flexibility, and I know that he's in there exhausted. He gave it everything he had, and there's some plays that I know that he can finish, that he's capable of finishing. But I thought that he played a whale of a game and gives us a chance, in the game. And I felt like he kept everybody in it. He kept our heads on straight defensively and allowed us to compete. We had to hang tough today on defense, which is what we did. We hung tough against a really good offense and held them to 17 points. And, really 48 of that at the end of the half. You take that out of it, which was, whatever, that is what it is. That's 360. That's not a bad day against that offense. We can play better for sure, and we need to. But I felt like our guys really hung tough, and Derwin had a lot to do with that.
Coach, how would you assess the play of Mike Williams today?
And Mike's been playing really, really well. This guy, he shows up on game day. He's been practicing really well. We've been able to feature him within the plan. I know that he was open on that double cut that we just missed him. Justin got sped up a little bit, but this guy shows up. I mean, we hit him in the deep part of the field, which got called back for a penalty. This guy is a guy that can really make plays on game day, and he can make them in a variety of ways. And we're going to continue to feature him within the offense, and he makes us really dangerous because he forces you to defend, a lot of different parts of the field.
Brandon, is everything okay with Joey Bosa? I think he had his leg wrapped.
Yeah, just normal football stuff.
What were they doing protection-wise to mitigate Joey?
I mean, when you run the ball like that, they were just more favorable down in distances. I don't think we got the chance to, number one, get the lead or get to those third down and longs. We didn't have a bunch of those, and I felt like when we did get him into those known passing situations, I felt like we operated well. But there were far too many third and 2, 3, 4s, which didn't allow him to get into rhythm. So it had less to do with the protection side of things and more with their run game. It's a good observation, and we need to play better on first and second down so that Joey can rush.
Coach Staley, can you talk about your defense, how you guys were able to contain gap from breaking the pocket?
That was a big emphasis, was forcing them to play within the confines of the pocket, making sure we didn't give up any loose plays. And then we wanted to really put a roof over them in the deep part of the field, which I felt like we did for the most part. I think that the game on defense, the story for us was our run front. And I felt like there were a couple third downs that we need to play better. But, I mean, I'm proud of the result of 17 points. But in terms of how we played, how we operated, we expect to play much better.
Brandon, with a close loss like that, what did you tell your team after the game?
I felt like what I told them was that last week we won that game as a team, and today we lost the game as a team. And I'm proud of that because we were in it in the fourth quarter against a really good team. There was a lot to unpack in that game, number one. Okay, there was a lot that happened in that game. And we stayed together, and we had a chance in the fourth quarter. Okay, and there wasn't anybody on our sideline, Gilberto, that did not believe that we were going to win. And that's a big part of the NFL. The other part of the NFL is you're going to lose tight games like this because most of the games against really good teams come down to the end, and we lost a tight one today. Okay, and so what we need to do is learn why we lost and then be able to come back tomorrow, get rested up, okay, and learn from it. But I was proud of the way we competed in the game, okay, and when you're brand new, you're trying to get guys to compete the way you want them to, which we are. Now we got to execute better, and that's where our focus will be moving forward.
Coach, along those same lines of what you were just talking about, with you, the glass is always half full, not half empty. What are the lessons to be learned from that?
Well, I think the glass is 100% realistic. Okay, I'm always going to be optimistic because that's who I am, but I'm also going to tell the guys the truth. And the truth is that we didn't play well enough today. That's the truth. We did not play a clean enough game. And take the outside circumstances away from the game because I don't want that to be the focus. I want the focus to be on the Chargers, and we didn't play clean enough football to win. And then, when you put it that way, now you can focus on yourself and you can figure it out moving forward.
There was obviously an outside circumstance on that call, though, at the end. And do you feel emotionally, Brandon, that affected your defense at all on that last drive?
No.